Welcome back to another episode. Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Rudy, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Welcome.
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me again. Always a pleasure.
So, guys, we already got into a fight backstage about a specific, a specific topic, and so it's gonna get really interesting tonight. Also, there's not a lot, obviously, not a lot. There's no hot toys to speak on besides um, Rudy's guess and projection, which you think is gonna be what?
Well, I think Deadpool comes out this week. Like if I wouldn't be surprised if it drops
No,
tonight. Like
specifically,
that's
yeah, specifically, I was gonna
like
say.
tonight because that's the way they dropped the Wolverine. Because remember we went offline, we went to watch the Acolyte, and then I woke up the next morning and it's like there's Wolverine. Everybody's up in arms. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing.
Also, guys, don't forget after the stream tonight, we got the watch party for the Acolyte. We've done it both, well, yeah, both nights already. We have a blast every time. So if you're not here, sucks for you. Let's say hello to the chat real quickly before we get started. Like I said, we're going to be done by 8 so we can watch the show together.
By 9.
So we have a lot, and we have a lot to talk about. Again, no hot toys because obviously there is none. But like I said, like Rudy said, we think it's going to come out this week. I think this week, and it would make sense, right? The way they did it last week, to do it this week. It's been a week exactly already since the announcement, so we'll see what happens. But let's see who's in the chat already, hanging out with us tonight. We got Uncarded in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Punisher in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Bo.
How you doing?
Oh, he says, "Good evening, Acolyte." This guy, unbelievable.
It's
Good
premium
evening, Acolyte.
content.
No, he's
Premium
being,
content right there.
he's being a jerk. That's what he's being. Ah, man, Ernesto in the house. Welcome, my friend. Being here. Live says 4 minutes. I will be back in 20 when Bab gets here. Unbelievable.
How dare you?
Happened 3 times. Relax, guys. And it's only because we're usually planning backstage. Let's see. We got Figment in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. As always, welcome. What were you gonna say, Rudy?
Oh, no, nothing. I'm good.
Because you made a reaction like you were about to rip somebody apart.
No.
Okada says the power of Juan, the power of Du, the power of Manny. Jacinto. What the hell is that? I don't get it. The Thor in the house. Welcome, my friend. Here, welcome. We got Joker Dre in the house. How are you? For being here. Welcome. We got Paul in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being. You guys on fire. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's see. Oh, we got Leo in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Leo, another channel member. Thank you guys for being members. And we got another channel member. We got Anthony in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Giovan. Welcome, my friend. How are you? You did it. Welcome. You made it. Pedro Lopez in the house. Welcome. Nice picture. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Eric. Welcome, my friend. How are you? We got Eric. All right, guys. So let's get right into it. Hot Toys will drop DX19 4.0 tonight. You will love it. Oh my god. Oh Bob.
I don't think so.
Mike loves the 2.0 bodies.
Oh, he loves it.
Right?
He loves it. That's his kryptonite. So all right, guys. So let's get started. Since, like I said, there's a lot to talk about and not a lot of time. And also, so we get an announcement, right? Let me pull up Let me pull up the action. The action. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, here we go. Remember. Where am I? Okay, here we go. What's happening? What is happening, guys? So, because we were talking about illegals, you can't find this on any website besides the group. So we have the announcement finally for this beauty right here. So
You had it up.
we talked about the Riddler. So here we go. Right. So we have Two-Face now. This is Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face from Batman Forever. So the figure looks good. We knew about this a while ago, months ago, right? They teased the silhouette, I believe, and it's finally here, as you can see. I think this thing looks incredible for what it looks like right now. It looks very, very good. I don't know about the hair, right? It looks to be movie accurate, but it looks funky, at least from this angle. We get 2 head sculpts, as you can see. The weapons look kind of crappy already, right? Very, very cheap looking. They don't really look realistic. Rudy, what's your take on this? Are you excited for this? Are you getting the line? Did you also like? I don't know if I asked you about the Riddler, but did you also like the Riddler at all?
I thought they were good looking figures, but not for me. It's another line to get into, and that Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Joel Schumacher look for the Batman world just wasn't for me, right? I grew up with the Keaton 89, 92 Batman Returns, and then this kind of killed it for me. I thought the Val Kilmer was better, but look, it's a great figure. If you have those two Hot Toys figures, right, the Robin and the Batman, is a great companion piece along with the Riddler. And I think Mars Toys did a really good job. This is probably one of the best looking Tommy Lee Jones sculpts right now at this point. I'm with you though. The weapons, especially coming from that military like collecting figure, collecting those weapons, Damn Toy Soldier story, this looks really subpar. But then again, it's third party. So what do you expect for the sculpt you're getting? That's kind of a small price to pay, to be honest.
And this is her Figment. I was gonna play this, and I completely like went.
This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy.
And one thing I wanted to say, you brought up third party. I'm actually very glad and happy that I'm having this conversation with Rudy, because Rudy is probably the other person besides me that really, really likes third-party figures, and not only for the price point. Like, he actually really loves getting third-party figures. I like getting the third-party figures, obviously, because they complete lines. If Hot Toys made everything that third-party did, I would never, ever buy anything third-party, just because why would I, right? But I feel like, Rudy, you really, really love and enjoy the third-party, the variety of it. Obviously everybody loves the price, but even though, right, it's getting to a point where it's getting, just as
pricey. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. So we can't even say that it's price point, at the moment. But what is it about third party that really that excites you? Because you've missed out, and I joke about this, but you've missed out on Hot Toys figures that obviously weren't interesting for you, weren't appealing to you, and you still were buying, you would rather miss out on something like that than and continue buying third party over getting the Hot Toy. Again, it wasn't appealing to you, so it's not like you had to, right? So I want to make that clear. It's not like, oh, I'm forced to buy this because it's a Hot Toy. Absolutely not.
No.
But that's what I joke around about. So what is it about a third party that you like so much?
No, and I think we've talked about it before, right? Like, one of the things that I like about collecting, or that got me into collecting figures, is more the movies, the TV shows, right? So if I see a Hot Toys of let's throw it out there. Let's say if Hot Toys were to drop an Acolyte figure tonight, right? And then third party Toys Battalion drops let's see a Face-Off figure, because that's the one that you always make fun of me for, right? The John Travolta Cage
Face-Off figure,
right? I'm gonna pick those up because I like those movies much more than the Acolyte, at least right now, right? But so that's the appeal, right? And I honestly used to be kind of like a little more, I don't want to say elitist, right, or premium only, but elitist, I used to like
elitist in what sense? Explain.
I just used to like ordering Hot Toys only, and I wanted a licensed figure.
Well, because right. Well, Hot Toys,
you expected quality, you expected quality, you got some really good product and all of that. And then what started happening is, there were things that Hot Toys just wouldn't touch and no other licensed company would touch. And then third parties started coming in. They can produce probably a lot less and still make a decent amount of money for them. Right. So that became the only option to fill some of those voids in the collections. That's how I started with third party. It was more the Marvel figures that Hot Toys wasn't touching. And then as I started getting into that, right, some licenses started coming out of the woodworks, right? Present Toys started doing some movies that, again, those Western movies that nobody else is going to touch. Right. Even Sideshow, right? The Clint Eastwood movies, they're just doing Clint Eastwood. They're not doing any of the secondary characters. So how else am I going to get one of those figures unless I go in the custom world? And as much as some of those pieces look great, I'm not paying $2,000 worth for one figure. So third party is just filling a great space right there. And that's doesn't mean that I don't like Hot Toys. Doesn't mean that I don't like the King in art, right?
Well, it doesn't mean that you don't like Hot Toys, but it sure makes me feel that way.
I love Hot Toys, man. Most of the collection is Hot Toys.
He's like, wait, no.
Although, you know what, we were joking around this year. I feel like because the Marvel releases, even though there are a ton that are supposed to be coming, have been so slow. Yeah. I feel like this year I've picked up more. It's kind of been more other companies as opposed to Hot Toys.
More 108 toys. More 108 toys than anything else. We got toys. Jeff in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Welcome. Let's see who else is in here real quickly before we continue. I don't know if you read the message, but the Thor said...
I read it.
You read it.
I read it.
Let's see. The Wacko Light. Oh my God, this guy. Drop it on the floor and step on it, maybe. We got Luch with the super chat. Said, who's the Mr. Cody who keeps taking the... Who's taking that your post? I don't think so.
Thank
you.
Was this at your request? Because he was putting in those what's it called?
His bootleg Wonder Woman in my group.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. This guy, unbelievable. K Floss, welcome. Nice to see ya. How you doing? Welcome. There are some dope third-party figs. Absolutely. Rudy, my next question. Thank you for that, K Floss. Have you ever purposely not purchased a Hot Toys figure and then a third-party figure came out, with the same line or a figure from the same line, and you said, you know what? I really like that third party. Let me get it and let me go back for the Hot Toys figure.
No, it's usually the other way around. It's usually Hot Toys will make it, I'll get it, and then I want to get the third party. Right?
Oh, gotcha.
So it's usually not by itself unless it's something like, again, a license that Hot Toys won't even talk about, or touch at this point. And Joker J's not wrong. That Monster Hunter Damn Toys figure. I mean, I said that to you just because visually I remember flipping through it and I was like, whoa, this looks cool.
It's beautiful. No, it's a great looking figure.
It's expensive as hell though, but
it's like it's something that like you really have to, I feel like it's a niche product type thing. You know what I mean? Like, because the way it looks, like, where would you really put that, right? Like, if you were to buy that, where would I put that? It doesn't belong anywhere. It's a different style of figure. It's a different look of figure. So I wouldn't get that, but it looks beautiful. The figure.
Well, you have those Devil May Cry figures, so maybe like a video game line like that,
right? Something like that.
For me, like the only video game line I have are the Resident Evil figures. So those are all tactical military style releases, right? So all of a sudden you're going to put this armored team of, I don't know what they are, right? Monster hunters. It's going to be, it just doesn't go. And that's the thing. As cool as it looks, and I sent you the pictures because I thought they looked amazing, you do have to think, or I did have to think, do I really want to put money on something that I don't even know what it is just because it looks cool? Right. And half the time I end up just saying no, right? As great as it looks, if I don't know the property, it's just not not something that's immediately going to come home.
We got Martin K in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Did you say you're getting this or no?
No. It's not my. It's the same thing. I like the way it looks, but that Val Kilmer Batman Forever line, just not for me, man. Not for me. I wasn't. I liked the movies as a kid, and then when you watch them again as a grown up, you're like, this is not great. Great. This is not great.
Martin says, I just wish Mars Toys use better bodies, yeah, or at least a little bit bulkier bodies, thicker bodies, meatier bodies. But it looks like they're selling, so you know what I mean? The fact that they made that prankster Joker, they did 3 runs on that alone, that tells you something. Somebody's liking their product, so it can't be that bad.
My problem with Mars Toys is they just keep on teasing so many products, right? Like they've teased so many of the 66 ones. They teased the Penguin. They teased that they're doing another Batman 92 Penguin, right? They teased that they're doing the Catwoman too, the one that Yost is doing. Right. So you're going to have another one. But it takes them forever to go from that teasing image to actually put things up in pre-order. And it also takes them forever to release products because look at that. We've talked about it before. What, the Black Manta? Right. They've had that in order for 3 years now? And it's still no signs of that coming. So
actually, funny you bring that up. I actually just pre-ordered that figure about 2 months ago because it was still up for pre-order.
Available, yeah.
I was like, might as well. And then number 2, talking about the Black Manta on Sideshow, guys, it says the Black Manta is low stock remaining.
Low stock.
So again, who knows? I could tell you this: when will you ever get that figure again? It's a DC figure, so how many do you think they possibly made? Right? I'm not saying go believe Sideshow. I'm not saying that at all. But you guys see what's happening. Once it goes, waitlisted, that's it until, possibly months after the fact, if even. So that's the only reason I'm bringing it up. I'm not telling you go run and go buy it on Sideshow. I'm just telling you that's what's happening. Shout out to, who was it that posted that?
I forgot in the group. I know somebody posted.
Yeah, somebody posted it. So shout out to you, to whoever it was. I apologize. I think, was it? I think it was Patrick. Was it Patrick? I think it was Patrick.
Might have been. And that's not the only one on low stock, right? They've got the emo Tobey Maguire Venom is on low stock now, low warning.
Oh, the one that's on pre-order.
The one that's on pre-order, right? The Tobey Maguire with the black suit and the symbiote. Yeah, I think the Captain Enoch is on low stock as well from Ahsoka.
I don't even think I ordered him yet. Oh,
right. And then they've got the Batman, the 2.0 not Bale, the
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yeah.
The gray with the bike. Yep. Yeah, so I only owe like $190 on that because I was like, there's no way that I'm spending $600 or $500, whatever that thing is. Yo,
from the Flash.
Right. So my problem with that double pack is this, or that combo pack is this. That motorcycle is gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous. You're not gonna be able to beat the way that looks. The problem is it's super long for no reason whatsoever. So where is that going, right? So it's going to be a whole piece of plastic, just like the Stap, with wheels, right? So just like every other vehicle. Right. So my thing is, there's no way that this is going to be worth. Again, it could be gorgeous in hand, but it's still, to me, I was like, this is not going to be worth, because it's all plastic at the end of the day. So I'm like, this is not going to worth $600. I'm like, there's no way I'm paying for that. So thank God I had the points in my account. I used something like $480 in points, and that's why remaining I had like $190. But besides that, I was not going to do a payment plan. I was just going to hold off until I got it for cheaper if I didn't have those points, because there's absolutely no way I was going to spend that money for that. And then the slap in the face is the Batman doesn't even look like Ben Affleck. You know what I mean? It wasn't even Ben Affleck. So It doesn't even make sense. Let me see what you guys are saying quickly, and then we get back. Cassandra, welcome. I had to say hello to you. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm doing. Where's Bradley Cooper? Unbelievable. One of us. Harold, welcome. How are you? I'm doing. As fast didn't even know. I didn't even see you, my friend. I apologize. he said he didn't even notice me. Derek, how are you, my friend? Welcome. I'm doing. I have to always check the chat because I miss you guys. This guy. We got Chris in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Let's see. Enoch's low. How? So ugly.
It's not that ugly. That's the whole appeal. That's the whole appeal of that one.
So now, Rudy, question for you.
Yeah.
So you're not getting this. Do you not have? You didn't get the Batman and Robins from?
No.
Hot Toys?
No,
Oh,
I
you
didn't. I
didn't at
passed on
all.
those. Yeah. See, here we go back into the whole thing. Yeah. I chose to put my money into other products instead of getting those Hot Toys.
See, so there you go. But it makes sense. Obviously, you know, you don't have to get it. You just mentioned that you didn't grow up with that you didn't really like the movies that much anyway. So exactly, there's no reason for you to get it if that's how you feel.
Right.
My problem is, hold on. My problem is specifically with those two, right? As you can see, they're going to complete the line. So we're getting the Riddler, we're getting Two-Face, and obviously Batman and Robin are out already. Do you consider yourself a completist or completionist when it comes to specific lines or in general? So meaning when you buy something, when a figure comes out, right? And then Hot Toys comes out with another figure and then another figure from the same line. If you bought the first one, do you usually get them all or you just still pick and choose which one you like out of the line?
It depends. Like if let's say for some Marvel movies, like the Thor Love and Thunder line, I picked up all of them, right? So I'm just waiting. The only one I haven't picked up is the Thor that you got because I'm just waiting to get him on a discount, but I wanted the whole line. But something like Spider-Man No Way Home, right? I've already got all these Spider-Mans. I actually passed on the last one, the red and blue suit, because I just don't feel like I need one right now that looks like that. And I also passed on the Doctor Strange from that line because I already have the other, like 3 other versions of Doctor Strange.
Oh, so you didn't get the one with the eye in the forehead?
No, I got that one, but I didn't get the one from No Way Home, the one that comes with
Oh, I got you with the whole diorama.
The diorama.
Yeah.
The suit looks identical, right? And I figured if I wanted that diorama, I could probably go on eBay and try to track down parts, unless Brandon, you know, if he gets out of his Star Wars funk and starts selling pieces of Marvel, then I'll pick those up from him.
And you had told me, obviously privately, but you had told me that the reason why you got the Thor, the complete line of the Thor movie was because specifically was trans.
You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
You can't help yourself, can you?
Oh my god! Obviously, I'm joking around, but
of course you are.
But what about? So what? No, I have to say I'm joking because people be like, "Look, he's gay phobic." So why
Joker,
that
man.
line? Why? Give me a line that you didn't do that with, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. So which line did you pick and choose from?
So Spider-Man No Way Home. I picked up almost all of them, but I didn't pick up the full line.
So you didn't pick up just Doctor Strange.
So Doctor Strange, the promo edition Spider-Man in the black suit with the battle damaged, I didn't pick that one up.
Oh, what was that called? The battling suit? No.
It was the advanced suit, but he had the box that
the dirt.
Dr.
Yeah,
Strange
the dirt, yeah.
Right.
He was dirty too.
Right. And I didn't pick up the last one that just got released, the blue and red suit that just shows up in the final scene.
Are you not getting it?
No, I don't think I'm going to get it unless I can get him for a deal, which I don't think it's going to happen because everybody seems to really love that one. I figure I'll wait for the next movie for the next suit. I don't need that one.
Albert, welcome. I can tell you this. I got my notification. Also, guys, everything's charging. I don't know if you got notifications, but on Sideshow, literally everything's charging. I got my Scout Trooper charging. I got my my light blue and red Spider-Man that we're talking about right now, the Tom Holland, the deluxe. Mace Windu's charging. Actually, let me tell you guys exactly what's charging because everything's coming. I was like, what the hell? Getting bombarded. Tomorrow, everything's coming out. So where is it? So
Jesus, I'm still waiting.
Yeah, Mace Windu, Spider-Man, the new suit that we were just talking about. Daredevil is also charging tomorrow for me. So, well, yeah, charging tomorrow. And what else did I say?
You said Mace, Daredevil, Spider-Man,
the Scout Trooper. So yeah, a lot of
Jesus.
stuff is a lot of stuff is charging. Let me say hello to Albert. Albert, how are you, my friend? Welcome. We are so that suit specifically, that the one we're talking about, that last one. It looks nice. I feel like it's gonna be obviously different, but I don't think that it's gonna be mind blowing in hand, to be honest. And I'm gonna tell you why. I saw a few pictures, and there's something about the suit that looks kind of cheap to me. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna tell you guys when I make the video, obviously, how I feel about it, because I don't think it looks great. Like some of the other suits. I think the material looks cheap.
I'll tell you, the only thing that was really appealing about that figure was the sculpt, the updated unmasked sculpt, the Tom Holland sculpt. That looks like it's the best one that Hot Toys has done right now. So that's the appealing part of that figure. The blue Spider-Man that you're talking about, the head sculpt on that one, the unmasked one, that's the
best one right now.
Figure.
And the fact that it's got the rolling eyes system, that that makes it even better. And I didn't like it at first. I mean, not that I didn't like it. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was perfect. No, but what I meant to say was some of the angles at first were like with the rolling eyes. Well, the blogger pictures, this is one specific picture with him they turn the eyes one way, and obviously his expression makes him look angry. Oh, I was like, this looks beautiful. So that when I saw that, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get this head. So that's why So that's why I was like, you know what? I was like, I can't wait for it. But I think the suit's gonna be it's not gonna be how I think, I hope it's better than what I think, because it's gonna look kind of cheap. We got Ramstein fan. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome. Let's see. None of mine are. Caleb in the house. Welcome, my friend. Being here. Welcome, guys. 31 in the chat. Yeah, guys, please hit that like button if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here as well. What happened?
Sorry, just the Fabs will dance and I will watch. I'm gonna avert my gaze at that one.
I'm not mad at you, Fabs. Just jealous. This guy, unbelievable. Let's see. Ernest says, check again, Fabs. Hermione.
Oh my God! Here we go again. You with that figure.
Hermione and Ron should be charging. Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
No, they better not. No, they better not. That
I don't know about those. I don't know about those. I'm not a traitor, Ernesto.
Having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
If those two were to charge together, I'd be crying right now, because I did pre-order.
Why? Because that'll be $2,000 for two dumb figures. Yeah. All right, guys. So
you take that back, Fab.
You take that back. All right. So that was number one. So it looks like I don't know what it looks like, because all right. So this is our second topic, guys, and it looks like it's gonna bring us some drama, because Rudy feels a type of way, and I feel a type of way. So because of that, we are going to have a very fun discussion. So first, before we get into that, let's go to here, because I know this is very important. No. Was what you sent me 112? No, Rudy.
What?
The Ready Player One?
No, it's 1/6. 1/6 scale collectible.
Well, I can't find it. I just keep finding the 112, but there's nothing. Where was it from? Not from Kit.
Hold on.
Yeah, because I'm logged in and everything, so I'm definitely not up here. But yeah, guys, so it looks like they made a Ready Player One figure, but I had it and it disappeared.
I sent it to you in your Instagram chat if you want to copy. There you go.
Wait. Yeah, that's so weird. I thought I had. See what happens when you don't know how to YouTube, guys?
You don't know how to YouTube.
I know. I don't know how to YouTube.
I don't know how to YouTube either.
Yeah, you do. You're a professional. You know how many angles your videos got? You know how many angles my videos got?
You know how bad my videos are? Everybody, like, I heard somebody talking about how they had a camera that had like what that thing so it doesn't shake. Meanwhile, I'm there with my phone, like trying to get camera angles and like maybe it's shaky cam on purpose. That's what I'm doing.
Shaky cam on purpose. All right, so this is the problem, guys. So because of the fact that it was not on Kit, that was my issue. So now I got to go find it elsewhere because
I sent it to you in the Instagram chat. It's
Kit is
just
not
linked.
prepared. So guys,
There you go.
you can see we have this beauty from Play Toys. For those who don't know Play Toys is the company that made the Woody, the 1/6 scale Woody that goes with the 1/6 scale Hot Toys Buzz Lightyear. They also made the Alita 2-pack and the Alita the two pieces that you get as a 2-pack if you got the deluxe, which was your regular standard look for her, and then the skater look for her with the helmet. And then there was something else that they made. Rudy, do you remember? Play Toys. Well, those are the only the most common, I believe. So, Rudy, here we are with this guy. The movie, I saw the movie. I thought the movie was cool. You know, it's actually, believe it or not, the movie is more realistic than you think. This is where we are headed. If you pay attention to what happens in the movie, look at how much this whole 3D world is involved in it. Look at what's happening with Apple right now and those 3D goggle things. So, believe it or not, a lot of the movies that we see, a lot of the movies that we've seen, if you pay attention to movies that we saw, you know, in the 80s, in the 90s, a lot of that stuff that was supposed to be futuristic, it's happening, you know, already.
Right.
You know, and to tell you the truth, you know, a lot of people won't believe this, but a lot of that technology of things that we saw in movies, not all of it, but most of it or some of it, the government already had. You know, all these agencies already had this for years. It's just none of it was told to the public. So this is why these movies are important to remember, because, you know, this is some type of you know, I'm not going to say programming, which it is, but it sounds ugly, right? People don't want to hear that. But it's a way of pretty much giving you a heads up, or, you know, letting you know, or making you aware of something that at the moment, right, when it happens, oh, it's not a big deal. You know, I already saw this. This is meant to happen. I saw this in a movie. So this is, you know, part of where the future is going. So, you know, it gets very deep, but so this is why, you know, I'm bringing this up, because of this specific movie. So, Rudy, how do you feel? Look at the texture on the head sculpt, which is insane to give it that 3D style of look. As you can see, guys, it looks
here.
Well, it looks like Viper got involved in the project as well because it's rooted. As you can see, third-party companies are getting involved in the rooting. You know, if they see fit. As you can see, this is a very short-haired character, right? Very, very short hair, and looks like they nailed it, no problem, right? Obviously, I don't know if it's wool that they're using, right? I don't know what type of hair they're using, but it looks like as long as you gel it down and you style it, you know, properly, you shouldn't have a problem. How do you feel about the figure, Rudy?
I mean, look, I like the movie, like you said, right? I thought it was actually a pretty good story. There was a lot of nostalgic bits to it, right? Because when he goes in there, obviously he's driving the DeLorean, right? So the Back to the Future DeLorean. You see King Kong. You see, I forget if you see Star Wars, but you see all these things in the final battle, right? So it's cool. I saw this and I thought, wow. This is why, again, going back to our third-party conversation, who else would make something like this, right? The movie is how many years old at this point, right? I think a lot of people have probably moved on to other things. And for another company to come out and say, you know what, I'm going to make a couple hundred of these things. That's where third party steps in, where nobody else is going to do something like that. So that's cool in and of itself.
But on the other hand,
yeah.
The quality of stuff like this. So you have a company, a third party company coming in, and obviously it's exciting that they're making something that Hot Toys would never make. So that's the exciting part of having third party companies around. The issue is, to me, right, which is why I don't get every third party figure, even if I like them, right, is because of the quality. When you're about to buy a third party, right, unless you're new in the game, right? You wouldn't know necessarily that you're getting something that's going to be, completely different quality than a Hot Toys figure.
Right.
Obviously us being aware of that, I already know what I'm getting myself into. And obviously a lot of you guys as well know what you're getting yourself into when you buy a third party. Because of that, because I know what I'm getting myself into. And not only that, the more comfortable you get with the companies, right? That's what gives you, at least for me, that's what makes me buy with ease, right? Depending on what depending who the company is. So for example, Play Toys. I know Play Toys. I own Play Toys, right? I have the Woody. That's the only thing I own by Play Toys, I believe. I didn't get the Alita, which I wanted to. I didn't get her. But so I own Play Toys. I can tell you, Play Toys is probably one of the worst third-party companies that I've ever owned. Period. Okay? How did I find that out? They made a Woody, right? I knew that the Buzz by Hot Toys was being made. So I said, "Oh, this is great." So obviously it wasn't I don't think it was up for pre-order yet. I ordered the Woody anyway because obviously I grew up with Woody. I love Woody. So I said, you know what? Let me get the Woody anyway. That's how I learned of the company. If I hadn't ordered Woody, I would have not known about the company because I missed out on, or I chose not to get the Alita figure. So now that I'm aware of, for example, companies like that, like I am very turned off by the company now because of how cheap the Woody was. I love the figure. Right, the figure looks great. If you don't touch it, if you don't move it, it looks amazing. Came with the rolling eyeballs and all this stuff. Very, very fancy for what it is. It was 100 and something, like very cheap, 120, 30 bucks, whatever it was. But the quality of it all, complete garbage, 100% trash. But because that's all we get, and that's all we were able to get, and that's all we were getting anyway, you have no choice. Or you decide, guess what? I don't want to risk it and get this company anymore, right? So this is where I have issues with third party. So because I know Play Toys now, I will most likely not get anything from them ever again because I know what to expect. And even seeing the Alita double pack, I wanted the skater look, but at like $300 or $400 something, I think, I'm like, it's not worth it. Right. It's not worth it because I know these bodies are going to be loose. These bodies are going to be crap. That it's not going to stand on its own like Woody. One of the pegs came out of the boot. I had to blue tack it because good luck. The boot is literally 6 inches tall. How are you going to get anything in there? So things like that. So how do you decide personally? All right, I'm going to buy this figure. Is it specifically the figure, or does the company, or you being aware of the company, help as well, or you don't care?
No, it's the same. It's the same exact thing that you're saying is what I do, right? So there are the same third-party companies that I'm comfortable with, right? So at this point, I think we talked about it before. So Toys at the top of the list, right? They have a track record. They give you good products, right? The figures look great. They feel great and sturdy in hand. So that's a company you buy from with ease, right? Then I would put like Toys Era comes in next, right? Probably, especially the head sculpt that they're doing, but even with Toys Era, there's something cheaper with the bodies that doesn't compare to So. So I've got enough experience with those. And that's kind of how I go down the line. And then what happens is I'll put your favorite 108 Toys, right? I'd never bought a 108 Toys product in there. And they had those face-off figures. And the only two figures like that I'd seen were customs that were going for $2,500 a piece. So $5,000 for 2 6-scale figures, no way. Right? And then 108 Toys came out at one.
Don't be cheap.
Don't be cheap. You want to gift those to me, man? Imagine paying
your entire 108 Toys collection. What?
Imagine paying that much money for.
I would never. That's why I never
it's ridiculous.
anything custom because I think it's stupid.
It's expensive. So 108 Toys came out with the face-off figures, right? I got them. They were cheap, right? They were dirt cheap for 6 scale. They were like 140 or 150. And I'm not saying that they're super cheap, right? But compared to other companies, that's nothing.
Right.
So I got them. I got the characters I wanted. I don't know if I'd buy from 108 again, right? Because the bodies are cheap. Like you said, there's a quality issue. And then
but even like literally everything. So the accessories super cheap. The likeness wasn't even there. The paint applications on the face were like, what the hell? So
Right.
So that's where I'm like, oh, 108 toys, 108 toys. But I own 108 toys and it was fine.
Right. And then the same thing, like there was a company, I think I did a review for the Fishbone Toys Agent Smith. That was a figure I completely detested. It was cheap, right? So I didn't feel like even at like $140, I felt like I got ripped off. The head sculpt was decent, but the paint apps were horrible. Right? The clothes were terrible. And I even said it, and I've said it to date, and I've stuck to my guns. I will never pick up another Fishbone Toys figure. Right? Unless somebody picks it up.
Didn't I tell you about that? I think we had this conversation too.
Yeah, and I said, look, I'm gonna take a chance. Let me see how it goes. And I learned the hard way, right? I learned the hard way.
See, because this is what happens. Okay. The peasants want to collect, right? So then when they never want to ask for help. And then when they ask for help and I give them the help, then they go, you know what? He doesn't really know much. He only has a few hot toys. I know more. So let me go do what I need to do. But then they find out when they get the stuff in hand, and it's like, man, he was right. But they never tell me I'm right. They just say, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So go ahead, Rudy. What were you saying?
I was saying to the chat, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's coming in 108 toys. No, I'm kidding. But
oh man.
But yeah, no, that's exactly what happens, right? You buy a figure from a company, especially an unknown company, and you have to proceed with caution. And for me, it's like, if you don't know the company, it's luck of the draw. You might get something that's decent and you're okay with. You might get something that's a total crap show, right? And that's just something you have to understand when you get into the third party game, right? So
and deal with, get used to dealing with it.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you this. For example, you were to buy something from Kit Chen, and just because you didn't like it, you're not going to be like, "Hey, kid, I don't like this. Can I return it?" It doesn't work like that. So you are going to get used to getting stuck with a lot of garbage by third party. 100%.
Right.
Let me say hello to Carlos real quick. Carlos, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Thank you for being here, my friend. So, Rudy, one question for you. What makes you decide it's a brand new third-party company, right? They come out with a product and you're like, wow, the product's cool. Like it's appealing, it's interesting, but you don't know the company. What makes you decide, all right, you know what? Let me give it a shot. Is it how the product looks, which is most likely going to be the answer, or is it the fact that you say, you know what, even if it's crap, I could put this next to blah figure and it'll look nice?
It's not so much, the figure has to look at least decent, right? That's the first thing. And second, if it's from a license that I like, that nobody else is going to make, and I'm pretty comfortable saying that I'm going to take the plunge, right? Case in point, the Stallone shop, and that's licensed, but right, we were talking about this. They made that Cobra figure, and I'm like, nobody else is going to make a Cobra figure. And I saw the pictures. I wasn't wowed by the sculpt, but it was decent enough where I told myself, and that's how I feel about it. It's decent enough. It's not worth the cost, but it's decent enough that it'll fit in well with like an 80s collection. And I'm going to take the hit. I'm going to buy it willingly because it fills a space, a void that I need to fill in my collection or that I want to fill. So that's more the driver. Is it something that I want? And is it something that I don't think anybody else is going to make at that point?
Now, Brad, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
How you doing?
You're Rudy, because I got a question for you. So, is this appealing to you? Are you planning on getting this? Also, because of the fact that, as you can see, they're teasing the DeLorean. Obviously, I'm going to assume you have the DeLorean.
Yeah.
So, is the DeLorean anything? Is it helping you decide? You know what? I could pose it with the DeLorean or anything like that at all, or you just like the figure from the movie, or are you getting this? Are you?
It's more. I don't know yet. I don't know. I like the movie a lot, but I also have to look at budget, man. We're not all premium, YouTubers like you. We're
okay. Oh my god.
No, all kidding aside, right? But I just told you, and I'll admit it to the chat. I just dropped way too much money on 2 pre-orders this weekend, and I'm like, do I want to add another figure like this, or do I wait for Deadpool, who's going to drop imminently, and put in a pre-order for him? So this, if money were no issue, yeah, I'd probably pick him up. But right now he's kind of in that. We'll see.
Mojo, welcome. Nice to see you. He says he's got more exposed joints. And Snoop Dogg. This guy, unbelievable. Welcome. All right, so rate it 1 to 10.
This one,
yeah,
I'll say a 6.
Really, that low?
Yeah, it's like
I thought you liked it.
Well, yeah. All right, let's say a 7. All right. 7.
Well, how do you feel about how do you feel about the Barbie arms? That's crazy. Like that's
a little crazy. That's horrible, man. Listen. I have older figures like that I accept because of the age of the figures, but this is like we've talked about how the figure has evolved.
You know who has joints like this right now? Alien Girl.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, but she's single.
You know who used to do joints like this? Damn Toys used to do joints like this.
Yep.
And now they've evolution of the bodies. Now they've got the arms that they still have exposed joints, but it's not like that. So that looks a little horrible.
They've evolved. Now, guys, our next third-party beauty is this one right here. Let me catch up with you guys real quickly. But that's just fantastic. Oh my god, pure pursuit of trash. This guy. The hell is that? Oh my god. Unbelievable. Such a creepy looking figure. Oh my god.
You know what? I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up just because he just called it a creepy figure.
Oh my
or
god.
This person.
Make sure you let me know when you get it so I can block you. We have right. Looks like VR third. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. All right, so Rudy, so guys, so this is the figure that we were going back and forth about backstage, and this is what I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. So I pull up the figure and I say, this figure would be great. Too bad this head sculpt sucks. Rudy, your response?
I don't recall this conversation at all.
Oh, go ahead.
No. I said, look, the likeness is clearly not there, but
that
I think
is not. Stop.
Wait.
Stop.
No. Hold on.
Wait. How dare you?
No.
Wait.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's start it over.
I said the sculpt isn't bad. That's what I said.
That is not what you said.
What did you think I said? What did I say?
I think I said. I know what you said, and it wasn't that.
What did I say? What did I say?
Exactly. Go ahead. Tell him how you really feel. Go ahead.
I think the likeness isn't there. I don't think
it
looks like Margot Rock.
That is not.
We had a 5-second conversation about this, and he blew up at me.
So I say, so how would it be? So what was it? Why was it an exciting conversation if we were both on the same page?
No, because I said it's a decent sculpt.
No, right.
I said it's a decent sculpt.
So I said this figure would be great because obviously she needed. Now that we have pretty much every single figure, made, right? We got Polka Dot Man, we got King Shark, we got Deadshot, we got Peacemaker, right? We need her badly. So I said, oh man, this figure's great. Too bad her head sculpt sucks. It looks nothing like her. He's like, oh, it's not that bad. She looks so go ahead, tell him what you think of the figure.
I look, the figure looks good. I think the sculpt is decent. Even if it doesn't look like her, I think the sculpt is decent.
So decent. You know? So explain to me and the chat when you say decent in what? Meaning, so this is how I'm taking your decent now. It's not an ugly head sculpt, even though it looks nothing like the actress she's supposed to look like. Is how I'm taking your she's.
Yes, exactly. And look at this is how I compare it. Like the Eternal Stina figure, which I'm one of 2 people that bought. But
that looks like Angelina
Jolie.
No.
No. I think it has a better likeness than this.
Of course.
But I still don't think it looks like her. Right. But it's still, when you look at the details, it's still a gorgeous sculpt. Right. So I was happy in hand with that figure. I was like, all right, it's a good looking figure. It doesn't look like her though. right? And that's my feeling for this one. It's not Margot Robbie, but if you were to get it, like, and here's the point: who's going to get this for, any other reason?
And let me tell you something. Something that I would have loved. We know Hot Toys made about 5 or 6.
They made 3 from the Suicide Squad, right?
Right. The dancer, the prisoner,
The dancer, and then the one from the regular, and then they did
the
2,
and then
2 from the
2 for Birds of Prey.
Right.
But it was, and then that 2 of Birds of Prey had, one of them had 2 looks, which I have.
Right.
So I have the extra one. So how many is that? 5 total. Right. So they made 5 total. Right. Not one of those 5 has this style of hair. And that's my only problem, because I could have easily some of these I could have used one of these
head sculpts and just kind of done a swap
and swapped it on the body, and that would have been it.
Yep.
But none of them have the specific style of hair. None of them have the black and red hair. None of them have the length of hair, the style of hair,
right,
with the ponytails on the side and the bangs hanging down. No, none of them do. So that's what's shameful for me. That
what I don't get? I don't get how. And look, I know the movie didn't do well, but I don't know how we got King Shark, a power pose, and we didn't get Harley Quinn, probably the most popular character in that movie, in either of the 2 suits she wears from that. I don't know how Hot Toys just didn't do that.
Wait, let me say hello to P-Rock. This is royalty in the house. P-Rock, welcome. Nice to see you. This guy disappeared. This is like the groundhog you see once a year. You know what I mean? Like, so this is his yearly stop. Welcome. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Here, this is for you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No.
We appreciate your presence here. Dale, look at that. Unreal. Look at that. Everybody loves the Dale, and he's never here. Imagine that. Carlos says FabsFigures, my favorite is the prisoner. Yes, my favorite is the dancer. Believe it or not,
I like the first one. I have the prisoner, and I have the first one, the one with the bat. I skipped on the dancer. I didn't like that one. So
you didn't like the exclusivity of it. You didn't like the fact that it was it was for the real collectors, and you were like, you know what? I don't need that.
I'm not a real collector. I'm gonna go to 108 Toys.
He's the CEO, guys. Wait till you hear the name of the company he's starting up. Let's see who else. All right, so Rudy.
Yeah.
So obviously you like the figure, right?
Yeah.
Rate it 1 to 10.
It's got to be like a 6 or 7 because it's a good looking figure, but it's not Harley Quinn, right? That's what it is. So
there you go, guys. It's not, there's no likeness there whatsoever, period. But the figure looks decent in the sense of it's not a demolished head sculpt, right? The female is still kind of pretty, right? Which is, I guess, what you would want, right? It's not like they screwed up her face or made her ugly or whatever.
I'll tell you, if I had the line, because you saw them here, and this is cheeky at Thunder Toys, right? They have like the lineup of all the figures, right? Including I think it's the Peacemaker from Hot Toys here, of course, right? And they've got they've got all of them, right?
Polka dot, blood,
yeah, right. If I were deep in the line, this is where third party where we were talking about. Well, what would make me pick this up if I had picked up those other Suicide Squad figures, which I didn't, right? But if I had, then this would probably be coming home.
Well, this is my problem now. Now I have to get this because nobody else made her, and now I need her, and I could easily do without her, right? I could easily just, buy, or not even buy, grab one of the other Harley Quinn that I have and just put her up there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just for the hell of it. But in my head, that doesn't belong there. Why is she there? Now they made her, obviously, I have a feeling somebody else will make her. Believe it or not, I have a feeling this is not the first time. Absolutely. She's a big deal part of the movie, right? She's the only one that wasn't made. So I think somebody else is going to make her, but I'm going to have to, suck it up and buy her anyway. If another possibility is somebody makes a better head sculpt, right? That would be great.
That would be nice.
Looks like her, right? That would be nice. That would be, the most ideal situation in general, but we just have to hope and pray. Let me see what you guys are saying real quickly. Nafty, man. If P-Rock sees his shadow, Fab shadow. Hello, cool Luke. Imagine. I do need to join my book. Yeah. See, you know why that would never happen, P-Rock? Because it's been years. It's been years since you and I were.
This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy.
So you would have to. A lot of things would have to change. Big Ray, my friend, welcome. Nice to see you.
How you doing?
Friend, thank you for being here. Yes, Carlos, we did last week. Where have you been? Welcome. 3 Mills in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
How you doing?
Welcome. It will pop up. Even we don't wait. I would never, okay? I would never let your channel get shut down for having me on, okay?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I would never let anybody cancel your channel for having this peasant on, okay? We can pass the peace. He said
Joker's the man.
You're gonna have to call Luch Bodies exactly, Babo, for 3%. You guys are insane. Unbelievable. Oh my God, 3 in a row. That's it. I'm gonna hit the lotto, guys. I'm gonna play the lotto. And I'm most likely gonna win. Welcome, Ash, in the house. Look at you. Oh my God. Stop it. Just for that, I'm gonna give you some love. Here, this is for me to you. Oh man. All right. So rate this 1 to 10 before we go to the next.
I told you I'd say 7.
7.
Yeah.
All right. I give this a 2. The body, I love the outfit. I can tell you that. I love the body. I can tell you that. The fact that it's tattooed, it's actually a really not. I don't know how long that's gonna last. I don't know if that's gonna smear, but you got a tattoo here. You got a tattoo on the forearm. So very cool. I'm not mad at the body or the outfit at all, but that likeness is not there whatsoever. But like I told Rudy, it's gonna have to do because that's all we got at least for now. Worst case scenario, I'll put her as a spare somewhere, and then just buy the second one because I have a feeling, like I said, it's gonna happen. Now, guys, we have the tease of it looks like it's the first tease of the Jazzing Catwoman, which is here. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button, please. There's 35 of you guys in here. Don't be weird with the like button while you're here, please. If you guys want to be weird elsewhere with the like button, that's cool. While you're here, please hit that like button. Don't be weird. So Rudy, let me see. We got Nefty in the house. Nefty, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome. Saw you earlier, Nefty. She looks like Megan Fox as Harley.
That's actually, that's actually, I could see that.
Slightly, I guess.
Right.
So don't be weird with the like button, please. Oh man, Nathan, just because you pointed that out, okay?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Oh man. All right, so Rudy, we know how you feel about the Catwoman, the Jazzing Catwoman, but remind everybody again how you feel about the project, how you feel about this tease as is right now. And are you expecting greatness and miracles from Jazzing?
So Right. I said I'm not going to get excited until I see a full prototype. So I'm glad we're seeing something like this that's a little more tangible, right? Because he's been showing pieces and like the hands look like this. So when I see the full thing, then I'll get excited. Do I know if it's going to be the end all be all product? I don't, right? Because he's never, even with that vulture that we talked about, right? He's never done a figure like this before.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
So I'll wait. I'm playing the waiting game with it. I'm not going to immediately dismiss him, but I'm playing the waiting game. And then one of the things that's interesting, and I just realized it, is his sculptor Sean Dabbs. I think I just realized because he posted a picture. I think he's doing some of Exo 6's sculpts too. So I don't know.
Oh, Sean Dabbs.
Sean Dabbs. He's doing the sculpts for Exo 6. So I don't know. Take that as you will, right?
Those aren't bad though. The sculpts on X06.
The issue with Exo 6 are the paint apps.
I was gonna say, I feel like the issue with X06 is the overall figure. It's very crappy. But what I've seen, especially in your videos, the head sculpts look very fair. Like I don't think
the last sculpt they did was probably their best. But earlier on,
the last video, right?
Right. The sculpts are there, but their paint apps haven't been. So I think so from a sculpt perspective, at least we know he's got some, what we can kind of expect. And then are the paint apps going to be on par? That's going to be the question, I think. Because if the paint apps aren't good, even if it's a great sculpt, right, it's going to be a problem.
Okay, I thought it was only me, but this tease needs a HQ picture. Yep. The eye expression caught my attention.
Right.
Brad says, as long as the booty's shiny, I'm good. This guy. Brad, your wife is in the chat.
How dare you?
Unbelievable. This guy. Cassandra, if you file for divorce, we have the proof here.
Yikes.
So what do you think of this, Fabs?
So, all right, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is what I think. Already to me, right, it looks very, very, very what's the word? Very, very rookie-like, you know what I mean? Like it feels like there's too much texture for what it's supposed to be, specifically in not only too much texture, but too much shine, as you can see. Look at the upper lip, very shiny, so it looks like she's glossy for whatever reason. I don't like it. The eyes look beautiful, right? At least the eyes.
That looks great. Yeah,
that is gorgeous. Whoever did it, or however they did it, it looks beautiful. The eye, I have no complaints about whatsoever. It looks look at what they did with the sculpting of the stitching. It's literally painted on. It looks to me that's cheap. Look at here. It looks kind of cheap as well. It looks literally like somebody took a paintbrush and just did white lines around it like that. That doesn't look, again, I'm just going by what I'm seeing. We got to wait for the final product, obviously. But as of right now, there's nothing about this that to me is exciting at all. Like I told you guys, I'm not getting it regardless whether it's a 100 out of 10 as a final product. I'm not bothering. Just because I know that I know what to expect from them. Period. Are you going to wait? You said you were going to wait to what? To even think about the
I want to see because right now I just don't know. Right, we know him from his vehicles. We know Jazz Inc. and we know Yost from his vehicles. I don't know him from his figures. So at this point, it's like, I'll see what the figure looks like, and then it's just like we're talking about third parties. When you have an order from a company, you're going to take a chance. Then I'll decide if I take the chance to get the figure. Already, the one thing I do like, and I maybe I'm a little anal about this, right? The eyes, like you said, when figures get the eyes wrong, right? We saw it. Like I have that old Rambo. I have that old Rambo figure, right? The original, like that Hot Toys MMS. What was it? 03 or 06? But it's like the doll eyes, right? Where there's no realism to it. It's just painted on. And you could see some third parties doing that too. And now everybody's evolving to that, the more realistic looking eye. If the eye is right,
the glass eye.
That's half the battle right there. So this is at least a good sign. Am I excited for it? Not yet. I want to see the whole package. I want to see what he's going to put out there. And then we'll talk.
And I can tell you this. You guys just saw Play Toys, Okay, play toys, garbage. We discussed it. Very garbage, very cheap. Okay, play toys. They have rolling eyes in their figure. Okay,
Yeah.
rolling eyes. This is play toy again, a garbage third-party company. So if Jazz Inc. Okay wants to brag about not being illegal anymore, okay, now they're licensed, right? They're calling out illegal companies now. So now that you're at that level of no longer being illegal, then I expect, or at least I would expect, or I should expect, rolling eyes for this Catwoman. Again, that's just me, right? At the level of collecting that we're at the level of figures that we're getting, again, look at a company like Play Toys. The Woody has rolling eyes. Okay, came out last year. So if we're talking about a figure that this company's suddenly making, because they obviously want to get into the game of figures, that's what they're getting into the game. Then if we're already at a standard, right? Obviously, Hot Toys doesn't give us for every figure rolling eyes, right? We know that.
Right.
So that's not what I'm saying. That now everything that Jazz Inc. makes should have rolling eyes. No, but because of the popularity of the figure, because of the demand of the figure, because of the reason why you got into the idea of making the figure in the first place, you know what you're getting yourself into. You knew what you were getting yourself into. That's why you chose it. So my point is that he should do the most for this figure, right? Period. Not to try to keep it as basic as possible, to not, make people upset and bite too much than what he could chew. I feel like he needs to do as much for this figure specifically and the best for this figure. And even if he has to take a loss, a minor loss in the product, meaning, right? Obviously, he's going to want people to buy it at a certain price. So he should keep it at a certain price, even if he has to put money out of pocket, a little bit. Obviously, he made plenty at $2,000 a vehicle, right? So it's not that he's going to be losing money. That's why I say take a loss in that sense. Not that he's going to go bankrupt to make these figures. No. But put some of the profits that you've made from the vehicles into this project for it to be the best it could be. What do you think?
No, I think you're right. I think whatever he does, and like I said, I'm waiting for the full reveal, but I think he's got to pull out all the stops, right? Because this is going to set the standard for what we can expect from him. And just like we're talking about those companies that, be it third party or be it licensed, that we jump into for the first time and say, I'm going to take a chance with them, right? I know for me, there's certain companies I've taken a chance on that I'm like, I'm done, right? I didn't like the quality of the product. I didn't like that, like certain things. And it's going to be the same thing for this. If the prototype looks great and I decide to buy it at whatever price point it is, and then I get a figure that doesn't meet the quality of other companies at this scale, right? Because this isn't vehicles where he's kind of on his own, right? And so he's kind of who's he competing with,
right?
And Hot Toys does a couple of things here and there,
correct?
Right. So he's really kind of cornered that market. He's got a lot of competition, right? Say what you will about Hot Toys is killing it with just the number of releases at the price point they are. InArt is coming at a higher price point, giving you all these bells and whistles that they claim, right? And we'll see how that turns out. And then you've got all these other companies in the middle that are actually doing decent products, third parties with the rolling eye system. So he's got to deliver a solid product, right? So that when somebody takes a chance on it, spend say $300 or $350 for a figure, they're happy with it in hand. And then that's what's going to make people come back to him and say, you know what? You did a good job. When you do the Danny DeVito Penguin, here's my $350. I'll give you the pre-order, no issue. That's what he needs to do. So this figure
paid in full up front.
This figure he's got to deliver. So I agree with you. I wish him the best, because if he could deliver a really good Catwoman figure, and I don't expect it to be perfect. Look, if there's some things here and there that are off, okay, but it's got to be a good, solid release, right? Just something that's on the same level of everything else that's in the market right now. That's what he's got to do.
Nefty has a question. He says, question to everyone. If Jazzing comes through, then what should Fabs do? We want to know. Well, before I respond, because I know every time I talk about, certain companies, you guys get butthurt. So I always have to do this now. So if they do make a great figure, this is going to be me. But if it's not good, this is going to be me. Oh man. So
remember what I said when they started announcing this? Everybody that's a member is going to put in like $5. We're all going to commit $5 to mail Fab one of these figures. We're going to buy it for him.
So you guys get the true honest video, right? PRX says, what bothers me with this news is that a lot of people talk shit about Jazzing, but when this was announced, most people who were talking shit all of a sudden are changing their tone. Welcome to the 1/6 community. Welcome to the flip-flopping community, my friend. Welcome. Nice to see you. Imagine. But yeah, it happens all the time.
Right.
Nobody really tends to stick to what they say. You know that every time they try to push something on somebody, it's always beneficial. What they say is beneficial when it's beneficial for whatever product they're pushing. You know that. So it's nothing new, Nefty will be recording Fabs ads.
Listen, where is Nefty? I see him in the chat. Nefty's getting like 10 of these because he's got that baller status. He says, no, we do payment plans. Yeah, he's buying what, the animated Batman Batmobile.
Yeah,
he's in for that.
He's like, I'm getting the black one and the blue one just in case, which one goes better with my house. Unbelievable.
I'm like, Nefty, teach us, man. Teach us how you do it.
Bob says, I was interested until Yost dismissed my comment about the clause like I was an idiot.
Wait, what did he say?
Oh my God.
What did he say to you?
What did you say? Bob, why weren't you like,
How dare you?
Oh, wait, what did you say? What happened?
Wait, what did you say? What did he say?
No, I remember what it was. So Bob posted a comment saying something like, shouldn't you be worried about something else besides the diecast claws because they're going to weigh down the hand and ruin the joint, right. Which is, it's a fair point. Like, how heavy is it going to be, And apparently Yo said, I don't know how heavy you think these things are or something like that.
No, listen, it's not a bad point. It's what is the figure I just looked at? Joel, the Last of Us Toys Era figure. Beautiful figure, but they did the revolver and diecast, and the joint on the wrist is ridiculous. It flops all over the place.
That's what Bob was trying to say. But but Yost was like,
oh.
Oh man, Bob. I'm cool with another competitor in the game benefits. So the problem has never been competition. The problem has never been, more companies. That's never been the problem, right? That's never been a problem because not only do we get to buy more, we get more options, we get more different looks of people, right? Not looks, different takes of people's work. Right? Somebody's sculpting one thing doesn't necessarily mean it's going to look like somebody else sculpting another. You know what I mean? So it's always good, right? The competition's always good. New companies are always good. They're all going to make different things. Obviously, some make the same thing sometimes, but it's going to happen. So it's never been about the new company coming in. It's about everything surrounding the company. That's usually the problem,
Right. And I think we're pretty equal opportunity collectors. As much as you pride yourself in being the Hot Toys veteran, like you said, you pick up other companies, and I pick up a ton of other companies. So
you said my Woody has only one rolling eye. Yo, I didn't even mess with those eyes, man.
Rolling eyes, and not to sorry, chat. Just a quick note: those in our pictures for the Aragorn, whoever posed that sculpt needed to work on the eyes because they have the eyes
Yes,
like looking
he
two
looked-
ways, and I'm like,
Not only that, but his face
Terrible.
looked droopy. He looked like he was high and stoned, and he was like his eyes were real. His eyelids were real low. So I don't know if they had to adjust the eyes. I saw that too. I saw it today.
yeah, but one of the eyes looked off. It's like, come on, guys. And that's the problem I have with rolling eyes. It's like you got to get those right, or it looks wacky. So,
Thule, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you guys for being here as well. Yes, hit that like button. Thank you, Thule, as always. He's the only one always pushing my likes. Him and the Thor. Thank you, guys. Let's see what you guys are saying. May the Swartz be with you. Oh my God! I was taking care of a customer when I heard him. Yes. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a snitch, but your husband's a cheater.
Yikes.
Can you imagine? Oh my God!
don't get Brad in trouble. He was just talking about six figures.
Totally joking, Cassandra. Do not take him to court. It's just a joke. Bob catching flag. He's catching flag these days. Yours was like 0.0. Oh man, Bob, that was he's the Bell's palsy variant. Oh my God, you guys! See, Brad, I saved your life. You owe me. How about becoming a channel member, peasant?
Come on, Brad. I can't be the only one talking to this guy about other like, companies.
Come on, Brad. High five.
That's by the way why he only has me in on a Tuesdays. I'm like
Cassandra.
those newscasters that miss prime time.
Cassandra, he better be. He better be. You want to know why? Because if he gets out of hand, ever, okay? If he ever steps out of line, if he's ever disrespectful, okay? If he ever calls you out your name, you know what you could do? Wait for Tuesday at 7:30. Wait for Saturday at 8:30, okay? And tell on him. And you know what's going to happen after I'm done with him?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Can you imagine? Oh man, Cassandra gonna choke out Yike Girl. I'm not a photographer. I'm not a huge fan of rolling eyes 90% of the time. No, exactly. Same thing. That's not the point though. I've never touched the eyes, the rolling eyes from any Hot Toys figure. I tell you guys all the time, I never play with it because my fear is you move it one bit and then good luck trying to get it, back to where exactly where you want it. So I never touch them. That's not the point. Hot Toys doesn't ask us, hey guys, do you want rolling eyes or not? Absolutely not. They just make the product, right? They charge us for it, but they make the product. That's my point. Right. At this point, in the game, we should not be asking Jazz Inc., hey, have you thought about the rolling eyes? That should come from him as part of being in the community or in a community where even your dirtiest, crappiest, most useless third-party company gives you rolling eyes. That's the point. Just to be level with everybody else and up to par with everybody else. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that that everybody uses rolling eye, that everybody, no, because obviously there's tons of people, just like we got into it last week about, there's a lot of people who don't use their head sculpts by Hot Toys. It's not the norm, but it happens. Right. You know what I mean? So same thing. Hot Toys makes the rolling eyes. We don't have to use it, but it's there if we want to. So that's what I mean with Jazz Inc. If they're going to get into the game, they get into the game, the right way, from the get-go. But no, absolutely, you don't need to touch them. Fabs is trying one day at a time. Oh, man.
I don't think so.
Wrong. Red.
After 27 years, he knows better. And guess what? Add one more year after he met me. So 28. We got Richard Filstra. Welcome. Nice to see ya. Welcome. We've seen Deadpool 3 images of Wolverine. When are we going to see images of Deadpool and Wolverine? Probably, Rudy, what'd you say?
I wouldn't be surprised if they drop it tonight like they did, because that's what they did for the Wolverine. So, and I think the hype is building for that thing, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. So,
but then again, I might be surprised. I might get a surprise the other way, and we get another trooper from Star Wars or something.
no, I don't think so.
Who knows, man?
I don't think so. I think this is, a Marvel summer at least for the next, few
Right.
weeks.
That's true. They did announce that.
So we're gonna get we're gonna get Star Wars back, very soon. But I think at the moment we gotta enjoy the Wolverine stuff, the Deadpool stuff, and I have a feeling too that tonight we're gonna get something. Whether it's Deadpool or not, who knows? But we're gonna get something. Obviously, it would make sense for it to be Deadpool, but remember that they don't necessarily give us the figures, back to back with each other, right? They'll tease one. And another thing, I didn't really pay attention. Did you guys notice any Deadpool teases within the Wolverine pictures? Not one, right?
No.
Right. So that's a sign right there. So does it mean that it's coming soon? Who knows? Usually when they tease a figure within the pictures, it's coming soon, but not necessarily within the next day or the next week. You know
what's surprising? I was expecting them to do what they did with Shang-Chi. Because remember, they released Wenwu and Shang-Chi the same day. And then they did the same thing for, I forget which other two. There were two other. Oh, the Balin and the
Shin. Yeah,
his apprentice, the Shin. Right, we got those two the same. So I'm actually surprised they didn't do Wolverine and Deadpool together. But maybe they wanted to space it out just to make a little bit more money. Get people to pre-order. But
because the eyes aren't that hard, guys. Just keep playing with it. This guy, unbelievable.
Terrible Joker Jay. Terrible.
Yay.
This guy. Last time we said no, Star Wars, we got 3 figures. No, that's what I'm saying. We're getting them. I just don't think yet. I mean, we could, right, at any moment, but I don't think so yet. I don't think they're gonna throw in a Star Wars in the middle of a Marvel, showcase summer thing.
Marvel summer, right?
Right, and I know that, and not only that, but especially because we just came from, an entire month of Star Wars. Again, doesn't mean it's not gonna happen ever again. It's just it doesn't. It wouldn't fit, Nathan says, we've still got black and gold Cap. Thor, black and gold Cap. I don't know, guys. I think we may get a bunch of variants. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's coming. Hot Tour is going to drop a House of Dragon tonight.
No, that's your in-art, Nefty.
Can you imagine?
That's in-art coming for that.
I hope they give us an unmasked Wait Wills. Yes, so I think that's a must at this point. It's the last figure. It's the last movie. Hot Tour's never made a head sculpt for Deadpool. So I think it's coming, and not only that, but I think the one with the hair, sculpted hair, I think should be with the one to come, or at least give us a magnetic hair piece to add to the figure. Remember, he's bald, right. So anything would fit. You know what I mean? All you got to do is give.
And it's supposed to look wacky too, so it's like
correct.
You don't have to make it look great,
right? So I hope that happens. Because Hot Toys always pay attention to that kind of stuff. So that's what I mean. And also, guys, let's get into real quickly. Actually, no. You know what? Let's.
We got to do Acolyte.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Let's end here. I still got another like 4 topics to get into, but we're gonna stop here, guys. Also, let me send you guys the link very quickly, so you guys can join. 1 second.
Yeah, we all have to watch the Acolyte and see what the latest happenings are going to be for that show. I don't know what you guys are predicting, but we're supposed to get the whip today, right? That's going to be what everybody's excited about, and I think we're going to get the Wookiee Jedi. So I don't know, maybe it'll be a step up.
All right, so let me.
Fab, stop with the feet, man. Where's Uncarded?
All right. Woo! That's horrible.
That was horrible.
All right, so it's in the chat, guys. So this guy, unbelievable, unreal.
How dare you?
So, I'll see you guys backstage. Do not be late. We're gonna get started immediately. So, as always, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.